Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the SummerSlam 2013 thoughts. Haven't done one of these for a very long time. The exact moment, 3:57. So the pay-per-view finished not 10 minutes ago. I can't remember the last time I did a review immediately after the show, but here we go. So in the pre-show, we got a promo from Paul Heyman letting us know there's going to be no disqualification tonight in the CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar match. Happy fucking days. Also on the pre-show, we got RVD defeating Dean Ambrose by disqualification and a sort of match, I mean, Ambrose retains the title, obviously, of course. The crowd are really into it, which is all good. RVD goes up top for the 5-star. Rollins and Reigns come out. Henry comes out to a massive pop with the Big Slow, who doesn't get quite as big a pop. Excuse me. The crowd loved RVD's spinning kick off the apron. The Shield tried to interfere, but RVD hits a Rolling Thunder and 5-star, but eats a spear, from Rollins to get the disqualification for Ambrose. On to the show proper. We're showing that the Ring of Fire match will be the first thing to open up the show. Yay. When the show starts proper, Miz comes out. That's nice. He gets interrupted by Fandango, who dances, which is fun. Yay, I suppose. Jodo sings the national anthem. I don't care about the American national anthem in the slightest. I don't mean that offensively to any Americans, but I'm British, and this is a world wrestling entertainment product. We're not in America. Well, we are. The show's in America. Anyway, the point is, I just clicked on to mute. I was like, oh, yay. So if she fucks up, let me know. Anyway, so first match is Bray Wyatt defeating Kane in a rubbish Ring of Fire match, to be honest. The first time Flames got was a big pop from the crowd. It looks awful, it looks very impressive. Burning kendo stick is put out by the Fire guy. That's quite funny. I like the way how, I forget the guy's confused, Harper or Rowan, one of the two, gets fire extinguisher, tries to put the flames out. That's quite entertaining. And the way they put the fire out by putting a big blanket over it, that's quite entertaining. But as an actual match, there's absolutely nothing. There's nothing to it. The fans chant Undertaker at one point, which is quite entertaining. Sister Abigail gets the win. Basically, the whole point of the match is that the two goons are trying to get into the ring, or the two guys, the members of the Wyatt family, are trying to get into the ring, and once they do, the match is descending into chaos. And like I say, the Sister Abigail, he calls it, gets the win. And you just start going, wow, was that it? Was really, because there was no substance to it at all. After the bell, the heels place Kane's head on the ring steps, and then they get the second part of the ring steps go bam, which is nice. Like I say, Kane, I said my predictions, didn't I? Kane's doing a movie, so expect him to be out for a while. There's your way for doing it. They drag him away, so who knows what's going to come from that one. Next, Cody Rhodes defeating Damian Sandow in an okay match. Cody's lost his tash, and we can tune into the JBL and Cole show on Friday to find out how. If you care. Honest, I don't. Lovely submission move by Sandow. It's not like he had a modified Texas Cloverleaf with the knee in the back. That was really, really nice. Muscle Buster by 2 by Cody Rhodes. Why not? The crowd are more interested in this one than I expected. Disaster Kick gets as good near 4, and Crossroads gets the win. The match is okay. Absolutely nothing special though. So 1.5 stars. A match that was special though. You can probably guess why. If you're a long-term viewer of mine, then you'll know exactly what I'm going to be saying here. As Alberto Del Rio defeated Christian in a really, really quite brilliant match to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. The commentators big up how this could be Christian's last chance at the World Heavyweight Championship. That's a nice little story going into it. I like that. Alberto Del Rio has a black eye, which is interesting. Why not? He works the arm, which Christian sells and sells and sells some more. Christian does a dive to the outside, for example. First thing he does when he gets up, he sits up, he sells the arm. I'm absolutely loving it. Great backstabber by ADR. There's a lovely round by Christian. He continues to sell the arm, the whole match, to the point where the whole focus has been the arm. What does he do? He does the spear. He uses the left arm. He crumples in an absolute mess because the arm is hurting so much. And ADR, all right, you could say that he's no selling it, but spots it straight away into the cross arm breaker that gets the win. This one, if it had gone another 5 minutes, I would have been even happier. So it's a 3.5. I gave it 4-star match because I absolutely fucking buzz off psychology. The one problem with it, what I'll say is I knocked a star off of this match because the crowd didn't give a flying fuck about the submission stuff, as they never do, and in my opinion it was too short. Next we get We get WWE saying basically, we're awesome because we support the National Guard. That's no offence to the National Guard or anything like that, but it's like, look at us, look how great we are. We see footage from SummerSlam Access of that Maria Bird teaming up with someone else to win a match that I don't care about. Oh, and Fandango dances again in front of Miz. Yay, I don't give a shit. I don't. And then speaking of not giving a shit, Natalya defeated Brie Bella in a rubbish match. A match that the fans cared about so much that they chanted for, well, anything they could think of during this match. So JBL and Cole and King. And then chanting that we want tables. Sharpshooter gets the win. Rubbish match. The match made me smile though because the crowd was so fucking fantastic. In the Ryback, do you see what I did there? That wasn't on purpose, honest. In the back, Ryback. You subscribe to me. I'm such a monk. I'm 31 next Saturday, for fuck's sake. I should be able to talk by now, shouldn't I? It's written down, in the back, Ryback. I just went, in the Ryback. In the back, Ryback shows that WWE's Be a Star campaign is a crock of shit by tipping some soup over some guy. And then Brock Lesnar defeating CM Punk in a fantastic match. Really enjoyed this one. Brock worked the ribs a lot, including a belly-to-belly suplex on the outside, a Wwe Slam, a massive back breaker. Punk didn't sell it at all. It's one of those, okay, the announcers bigged it up that he's working the ribs and Punk just didn't bother selling it. It was just that's going to bother me. Also, of course, because it's WWE, working over the ribs, doing all these moves, working over the ribs, don't give a shit. I don't want to see this. I want to see spots, damn it. We get a really, really good sequence as Punk goes for the go to sleep. It's counted into a Kimura, which is counted in turn to an Anaconda Vice, which in turn is turned into a triangle choke. Lesnar tries to powerbomb out of it. Punk holds on. So the only way that Lesnar can figure out to get out of it is to hit a running powerbomb in one of those why the fuck not sort of things, Really enjoyed that as well. Chair is brought in, used with great effect, including a savage elbow with the chair by Punk. A GTS gets a great near fall, as does an F5 countered into a DDT. Loved an F5 counter when Punk Brock set him up for the F5. Punk grabs hold of Heyman by the tie. That's a quite entertaining little counter. I enjoyed that one. Crowd was shit hot all match. It got a decent length, which of course is always going to make me a happy boy. Punk traps Heyman in the vice at one point, which is all good. And Lesnar breaks it with a chair, unloads with a couple of chair shots, and then it's a massive, truly massive F5 onto the chair to get the win. I really enjoyed this match. I would go 4 stars quite comfortably. I may even go 4.5, depending on how I'm feeling when I write up the description below. On my notes here, I've got 4.5. I think it was a very, very, very good match. I think that I think 4 stars probably closest to the mark, to be honest. I think there was more to this one. This Punk selling was poor, really, really poor. And then someone has to follow this. I would put the Divas match on, obviously, because I'm not that kind of guy. Instead, they fed Dolph Ziggler and Kaytlyn versus AJ Lee and Big E Langston. Truly didn't give a flying fuck about any part of this match whatsoever. Zigzag gets the win. Ultra waste of Zigzag, in my opinion. In the back, Fandango interrupts Miz one more time and gets bitch slapped for it. Hooray! So we actually didn't get that much of Miz hosting the show at all because he got interrupted by some guy who dances. I meant to boo this guy because he dances. Apparently, I'm Mark, I'm 31 on Saturday, I can't dance, I don't give a shit. How's that sound? So, Bryan defeating John Cena in a really good match to win. The guy for such an itchy nose, it's so irritating, I'm so sorry about that, that's so off-putting. I'll stop it now. Yeah, defeating John Cena in a good match to win the WWE Championship. The crowd are all over Cena, which you can imagine. Some nice chain wrestling from both men. Cena powers out of a surfboard attempt, knocks Bryan off the apron onto the announce table, and that's a big thud. Set out bomb by Cena gets 2. 5-knuckle shuffle gets a nice little sequence as they roll through various moves. I like that one. big kicks for the left elbow and an STF. And remember how Cena mentioned his elbow looks like a football? That I saw online today, there's a picture of Cena. His elbow's fucking out here. So obviously he's got a great big pad on. So working the elbow would make perfect sense. Guess what Cena doesn't bother doing at all? He doesn't bother selling it because that'd be daft. To the point where I put on Facebook, on Twitter, in capitals, if you sell the arm for the rest of this match, the internet will forgive you everything. Of course he didn't bother. Why would he? Rolling Germans by Danial, Bryan. Each one's bridged, each one's a cover, each one gets 2, and I like that one. Yes, look, guillotine choke by Bryan, but Cena powers out. AA only gets 2. And this is the thing. The crowd know that Danial Bryan's winning this match, so when he hits the AA, it's just like, no. There's no, I believe that Cena's going to get the win here. It's just like the whole crowd to a man was like, don't be silly. That'd just be daft. Superplex, Bryan holds on. Amazing. He goes up top, he hits the diving headbutt. That gets really close too. Top rope famouser gets 2 for Bryan. Bryan tries a Brana, and then, oh, you see, this is why it's a 4-star and not a 5-star match, in my opinion. A horrendous botch. As Cena tries to counter out of the spot. I'm sorry. Yeah, Bryan tries a Brana, and basically Cena holds on and basically drops Bryan down on the top of his forehead. It looked like he was trying to do a Styles Clash. I'm pretty certain that wasn't the intention. That, I'm amazed, didn't knock Bryan out cold, to be honest. Cena puts the STF on, the no pressure FTF. The STF looks like such a wank move after the yes lock's been applied, because the yes lock's proper over the face, whereas I can't do it with my arms the way it's done, but yeah. The STF is out like this in front of you, and like we all call it the no pressure STF. The S lock looks so much better in comparison. It really does. Yeah, 2 big drop kicks, but a Rikishi bump off the. Bryan goes for 2 drop kicks, yeah, hits him nicely. As he goes for a 3rd one, the Rikishi bump off clothesline's really nice. Cena starts selling the arm at this point. Cunt. What's the point in doing it now, you twat? AA attempts to turn into a spinebuster, and then AA is then countered into a small package for 2. A big kick, yeah, and then what I think was a shining wizard. You may have to correct me on that one. That gets the win, clean as the proverbial whistle for Danial Bryan, and we get confetti, and everyone's going mental, and the Twitter feed blows up, Facebook blows up. Yes. I hear voices in my head. Oh no, here he comes. Bryan though is all fucking yes, come on then, fucking bring it. And you start thinking to yourself, right, Chris Jericho has bragged for a decade about beating The Rock and some guy on the same night. Here is Danial Bryan. He defeated John Cena and Randy Orton on the same night. That's what I'm thinking. He started going, come on, fucking bring it. What happens is fucking Triple H is what happens, of course. He was a generic nothing, a nobody in the main event. He was as clean as a whistle, was completely impartial. Yeah? He hits Danial Bryan with a pedigree, Randy Orton, who had first walked to the ring and then changed his mind. Of course, as soon as the pedigree goes down, of course, he just gets in the ring. Literally, all he needs to do is half Nelson and over. 1, 2, 3, and that gets the win. Randy Orton finishes the show as the WWE champion in one of those. We all said it was going to happen, and I managed to convince myself on my prediction vid and on my Raw review in this past week that because it was so obvious that it actually wasn't going to happen. And of course it bloody fucking did. It's like, oh. But I still believe that was a really good match, a 4-star match in my opinion. So if you think about it, you've got 2 4-star, or 3 4-star matches on one show, means that it can't be sniffed at, can it? But the problem with this is that I said on my predictions vid and on my Raw review that this was a 2-match show, wasn't it? Turns out it was a 3-match show. The rest of the show was utter drivel, nothing rising above a 1.5 stars. So that, ladies and gentlemen, means it. I'm in a very good mood right now. I've done a review after a show for the first time in ages. I'm a happy boy. I'm going to say this show is 7 out of 10. I'm sure there were people, I'm sure you're sat there now going, how can you say that? This show was 8, 9, 10 out of 10. If you believe that, good for you. In my opinion, the other matches dragged it down. The mixed tag match was rubbish. The ring surrounded by fire, Inferno, whatever it's called match. The fire match wasn't very good. Divas match wasn't very good. Cody versus Damian Sandow was all right, but nothing special, you know. So that's my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Let me know down below. I don't reply to all comments, but I read every single one. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I've been Mark P. I'll be back tomorrow for a Raw review. I'll also be back on Thursday for a SummerSlam 97 review. We've also got a WCW review coming as well this month, don't forget. And of course, we're going to throw up a couple of F1 vids up as well. I've been Mark P. This has been my SummerSlam thoughts. Take it easy, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.